The main character is 17-year-old Noah. The girl and her mother, Rafaela, pack up and move to live with Rafaela's new husband. Noah is upset because now she won't be able to see her boyfriend. They pull up to a fancy mansion. There's even a fountain. It's Will, Mom's new husband and a handsome billionaire. He even has a butler. It is in this house that Noah's life will change forever. Mom gives Noah a tour of their swanky new home. There's a spa and a gym, but best of all, her daughter's new room overlooks the ocean. Noah even has a closet full of expensive clothes. And why isn't she happy? The girl just misses her real father. On the neighboring balcony, Noah notices her new stepbrother, but she can't see his face. Suddenly, she gets a phone call from her best friend, Betty. Noah complains that everything here is too luxurious. She can't even find a regular sandwich. And behind the fridge door, she meets him. It's Nicholas, Will's perfect son. He taunts the country girl. Noah doesn't belong in this house. And that's his dog Thor barking at the girl, just like his master. But Noah is no slouch. She grabs a frying pan and threatens to hit Nick and then his bloodthirsty dog. Nicholas intercepts the pan, impressed by his sister's determination. But Noah replies that she is not his sister and never will be. Just then, the parents enter the kitchen. Nick pretends to be the perfect son. It turns out that Betty has been on the phone the whole time. She thinks Nick is hot, and Noah already hates him. In the evening, the stepdaughter is late for dinner, probably dressed up in fancy clothes. But the girl shows up in an old t-shirt. Yes, she knows how to surprise. On the way to the restaurant, Noah is texting her boyfriend, but she's distracted by Nick's stare. Tonight, the Leister family is having dinner at the yacht club. Nick brags about his success in surfing, while Noah thinks he lacks the intelligence for team sports. Nick, by the way, is a law student and leaves the dinner early to go to work. His parents force him to drive Noah home. Nick races like a madman. Dangerous maneuvers annoy the girl. Noah says he just doesn't get enough motherly love. It seems to be a sore subject. He dumps the girl in the middle of the road and drives off. Too bad Noah's cell phone is dead, so she can't call a cab. So the girl hitchhikes. A fancy car decides to pick up the poor girl. Noah complains to the handsome driver, Mario, about her idiot brother, Nick, who left her in the middle of nowhere. Well, Mario knows him. He's on his way to a party where Nick is going to be. Wasn't he on his way to work? Noah wants to expose the sneaky brother. This raucous party is in honor of the tattooed Ronnie. He got out of jail today and is not to be messed with. And here comes Nick, living his best life. He makes out with 3 girls in a row. Noah bides her time and gives him a good slap. She promises to tell her stepfather what Nick is really up to. Then the guy throws Noah against the wall. He takes her threats as an attempt to get attention. This girl confirms that Nick is an idiot. It's Gina, and she offers to be Noah's best friend in the new town. They're pissed about the way Nick treats girls. Then Gina gets distracted by her boyfriend and they start making out. What kind of party is this? Noah has to leave. The lonely girl is immediately hit on by the tattooed Ronnie. He offers Noah a drink, but Nick runs up and shoves the cocky guy. But why did he knock the drink out of Noah's hand? These guys often put things in girls' cocktails. To spite Nick, Noah takes a big gulp, and then she gets sick. Nick decides to give her a ride home. On the way, they get to know each other better. Nick has to carry the girl in his arms to avoid being seen by her parents. Then Nick carefully puts her to bed. Noah has a nightmare about being woken up by her abused mother. She used to hide her daughter in the closet from her violent father. In the morning, Noah can't remember how she got into bed. Nick claims that nothing happened between them. The parents already know that Nick introduced the girl to his friends, but Noah doesn't need all those snobs. The girl decides to relax alone on the beach, but even here she bumps into Nick in the company of his friends. They came to surf, but while Nick changes his clothes, Noah can't take her eyes off him. Gina invites her to watch the street race tonight. In the next scene, Nick races his red Porsche against a thug from Ronnie's gang. And then he notices the spectacular appearance of cute Noah. Because of that, he missed the signal shot and is hopelessly behind. Now his rival won't let him pass. On the second lap, Nick sees Noah hugging Mario and gets angry. Nick uses this to pass his rival in the last turn. He is rewarded with a kiss from his girlfriend, Anna. But the only thing he really loves is his car. The girls have a great time on the dance floor. But then Noah receives a photo from an anonymous person. Her boyfriend, Dan, is making out with her best friend. Now she has the right to throw away her old life and have a good time. The motors are humming, and Noah dances like it's her last night. Nick seems to like her moves, but Noah gets too excited and kisses a stranger. To piss off her ex, she wants to take a picture with another guy. Nick shows up and chases her date away. Then he takes her phone and reads her texts. He's going to help Noah get revenge, but how? Nick slowly walks up to Noah and kisses her. It's so hard for him to stop, but he takes a picture. Noah is dizzy from what just happened. She gets into the car and sends the picture of the kiss to her ex. Nick wants to vent and goes to spend some time with Anna. Out of boredom, Noah gets behind the wheel of the Porsche and starts the engine. Ronnie pulls up next to her. Noah is on the starting line, which means she has to drive instead of Nick. But Ronnie promises to give her a 5-second head start. Has she really agreed? Through the crowd, Nick can't make it to the car in time. The gunshot sounds. But why are the racers standing still? Noah decides to use the head start to put on lipstick. This pisses off Ronnie. Finally, the racers take off. Noah is perfect in the first turn, but Ronnie pulls her to the curb and then passes her. Nick is in over his head because the stakes are too high, but it's the hardest last turn of the race that decides the outcome. Noah takes it at full speed and easily beats the cheeky man. In retaliation, Ronnie rams a brand new Porsche. But that doesn't stop the beautiful Noah from coming in first. Her friends can't believe she's won. Ronnie is outraged that the win wasn't fair because it was the wrong driver. Nick quietly transfers 15 grand to the bandit, but the worst part is that the Porsche has to go too. Nick obediently hands over the keys to his precious car. Noah is furious and yells that everyone will remember that Ronnie lost to a girl. Only he was wrong to insult her back. Nick delivers a solid punch to Ronnie. A massive gang-on-gang fight ensues. Noah has another flashback of her father beating her mother, but Noah is pulled out of the fight in time by her friends. Nick puts Ronnie down, then jumps in the car with his friends. A horrible day they'd like to forget. 4 days later, Nick still hasn't come home. Tonight is Dad's big gala, and Nick is supposed to be there. Noah receives a threat from an unknown number. Gina is sure it's Ronnie. Let's see where Nick disappeared to. He meets his little half-sister at the beach. Her mother left Nick because he was a little devil, but Maggie is a little angel. He loves her so much. In the evening, a limousine takes the Leicesters to the yacht club, but Nick never showed up. In the evening, he found Noah in her evening gown, cuddling with Thor. How does she get along with the dog? They watch a racing movie together. Noah promises to bring back the car she lost. Nick stops and kisses Noah, but it's not right. Nick pulls away and tells her never to get close to him again. In the morning, Noah washes her mother's old car. Nick notices, but Noah scares him off with the hose. He asked for it, but he's not forbidden to watch. The girl splashes water on herself, soaking her light dress. But then Noah's mother arrives at a bad time. She's brought her boyfriend Dan to cheer her up. But Noah doesn't want to see him, so she dodges his kiss. Then Mom invites him over to the house. Noah breaks her promise and approaches Nick. They are in trouble. Her ex has seen a picture of the kiss. If he recognizes Nick, he'll tell his parents. Just then, Dan calls to the girl and she hides Nick under a beach umbrella and then pushes him into the pool. How dare Dan come here? He tries to apologize, but Nick splashes him with water. Noah tells his ex to get out of here, but the next flight isn't until tomorrow. When Dan leaves, Nick grabs the girl and drags her into the pool in retaliation. Hiding behind the inflatable laps, Nick pins Noah to the side of the pool. He kisses her over and over again, as long as they don't get caught. Dan noticed his girlfriend making out with someone in the pool, but her friends distracted him. Then the stepmom called Nick into the house. He let out a squirt of water in Noah's face before leaving. It seems that their relationship has reached a new level, and Dan is starting to realize it. Later, someone sends flowers to Noah. Maybe the ex is apologizing. Mom is surprised that Noah is so cold to him. Has she really found someone else? The girl reads the attached note. "You will pay dearly for what you have done." Noah asks Dan directly why he threatened her, but it looks like someone else sent the note. Then Nick enters the room, and Dan realizes that he was the one in the kissing photo. Meanwhile, Ronnie is plotting a dark plan with his accomplice. He's taken Nick's car. Now he has to deal with his girlfriend. Ronnie meets Nick outside the restaurant in a red Porsche. Looks like he's walking around, huh? Then Ronnie insults his sister to provoke him. In the next shot, Nick arrives home after the fight. He notices Noah sleeping on the chaise longue. How did she get that scar on her belly? He carefully covers it up. Then he gets punched in the jaw by the cute one. Noah wants to make amends and leans in closer, but then Nick gets a nosebleed. Instead of administering first aid, Noah kisses him. Why would she fall for the bad guy? Nick assures her that he is different. Suddenly, Dan catches them red-handed. The girl tells him to shut up if he really cares about her. In the morning, the parents are calm, which means Dan never told them anything. But Noah continues to receive threatening letters. Now she takes the front seat in Nick's car instead of his girlfriend Anna. On the way, Mario asks where Noah learned to drive. It turns out that her father was a professional racer, and a jealous Anna reveals Nick's secret. He grew up without a mother and ran away from home as a rebel. He started racing in Mexico and led a dangerous lifestyle, and Anna herself was a bully at school. Out of jealousy, she could scratch out any girl's eyes. Is she the one sending the threats? Noah returns the red Porsche to Nick, even though it's just a toy, but it touched his heart. Nick admits it's the first time he's ever had such strong feelings for someone. Noah wants to get out. She'd rather fall in love with Mario. But Nick whispers that she needs more than love. She needs a shiver. They're interrupted by friends arriving. Now they have a race car. Looks like they've arrived at the fight club. Nick is going into the ring to fight the giant boxer. Noah tries to stop him, but Anna pushes him into the fight. Noah can't stand the violence and runs out. Mario follows the girl to calm her down. Meanwhile, Nick wins a decisive victory. The crowd chants his name, and the winner is rewarded with a big pile of money. And Noah gets a surprise kiss from Mario. But Nick comes along and roughly pushes him to the ground. Mario had no idea that something was going on between them. Nick apologizes to the girl for being jealous, but he has scared Noah. She decides to break up with Nick. She can't stand another abusive man. After 2 weeks, everything fell into place. Noah got a job as a waitress at the yacht club, and Nick started to get his life back together. One day, a girl served him and Anna in a restaurant, and someone slipped her another note with a threat. The secret will soon be revealed. Will tells his son how Noah was almost killed by her own father. He tried to stab her. That's how she got those scars. By the way, he got out of jail 2 weeks ago. Rafaela is afraid that the psycho will come back and try to take revenge. After all, Noah was a key witness for the prosecution. Nick has to keep an eye on her. At the party, a stranger is indeed watching Noah. Nick calls her, but she doesn't answer. The girls decide to leave the party, and then someone sneaks up behind them. But it's only Nick. He wants to give Noah a ride home, which foils the stranger's plan. Noah goes back to get her jacket. Suddenly, Anna pushes her into the closet and shuts the door. Noah has a panic attack, as if her father will find her and pull out a knife. Then the closet door opens. It was Nick who saved her. The guy took Noah home, but now she's afraid to be alone. Nick stayed to watch over the scared girl and fell asleep next to her. At night, Nick's father caught them together. Now he knows. Will just wanted to tell Nick that his little sister Maggie was in the hospital. He and Noah went to see her. The little sister's sugar level dropped. What a good guy Nick is to take care of his little sister. He even told her about Noah. On the way home, Noah calms him down and takes his hand. Suddenly, Nick stops the car and kisses the girl. It's his fault for not kissing her at the fight club. He promises never to hurt Noah again. Only now the parents know about them. Noah doesn't want to ruin his mother's marriage. They have to split up in the morning. But they still have a few hours at the seaside that they will never forget. And now the couple is about to meet the dawn. Nick offers to run away together, but Noah just wants to enjoy the moment. The couple pulls into a gas station, and Noah stays in the car to wait for Nick. But there's Ronnie. A struggle ensues, and Noah turns on the emergency lights. But Nick thinks it's a joke. The thugs kidnap Noah and put her in a red Porsche. Nick notices the open car door and realizes that Noah is missing. The police find the security footage, and Nick positively identifies Ronnie as the kidnapper. The father thinks that Nick's bad behavior has hurt Noah, but the boy is determined to make things right. Noah wakes up tied up in a dark garage. The girl tells Ronnie everything she thinks about him, but it's her psycho father who's really behind the kidnapping. Did Noah like his messages? The police find threatening letters in the girl's room, and then Rafaela gets a phone call from an unknown number. It's her ex-husband, Jonas. He demands $1 million as ransom and sets a time and place to deliver the money. And no cops. But the police had already learned that Rafaela's ex-husband and Ronnie shared a cell. The thugs have some guns ready, but Jonas has no intention of sharing the ransom, so he knocks Ronnie out. At the appointed time, the cops go undercover. Nick also arrives. He wants to help. What they don't know is that the kidnapper is watching the situation with a hidden camera. Suddenly, Nick remembers that he's paying for the insurance on the Porsche and can track its location. Now the police have found their hiding place, but Jonas overhears. As the police cars pull up to the garage, a red Porsche bursts out at full speed. Only it's Noah driving, and her dad is holding her at gunpoint. Nick gives chase. As they drive past the ransom drop, Jonas shoots his ex-wife. Will covers her with a bag of money and saves her from the bullet. Why couldn't he just be a normal father to Noah? Jonas almost became a rally champion when Noah and his mother turned him into the police and ruined his life. Now he's going to take their lives. The old man fights off the pursuit, but the police block their way and Noah swerves onto the pier. Nick blocks the exit, and now they're trapped. The sweethearts find themselves facing each other, and they're reminded of that race movie. Noah starts to accelerate down the pier, and Nick drives on the opposite side. At the last second, they pull the handbrake. The cars go into a drift, and the pair of lovers meet eyes. That's when they dodge, giving the cop a chance to shoot. Later, the police find Ronnie tied up in his garage. Jonas is less lucky. Paramedics remove his body from the pier. Noah is saved and out of danger. At the first opportunity, Nick slips into her room. Now they can be together, and most importantly, Nick confesses his love to the girl. But Rafaela is determined to end their relationship. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you are new to my channel, please check out these videos, give me a like, and subscribe. Thank you so much.